What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a review on this fleece that I'm wearing, along with other things that I got during my haul from Patagonia, I'd say 6 months ago, when they were clearancing all of their fall stuff for the year. I think it was 60% off, and I got 3 items that I'm actually very happy with. So this review is going to be pretty passionate, pretty lively, and pretty thorough. I got this guy, which is the Natural Blend Retro Cardigan. It's like 33% wool and 77% poly. And then I got this P6 logo Maclure hat. This thing is phenomenal. And then I also got the third item, this 5-liter fanny pack, or hip pack is what they call it. Interesting color, fantastic build. I think I'm gonna rate all 3 pieces pretty highly. I also have some comparison pieces for the hip pack and the hat to compare from. But yeah, it took a whole month for me to finally get this fleece. It was a big problem at the time, a lot of anxiety, a lot of hype. So when I finally got it, my expectations were through the roof, but I think it definitely exceeded it. So the name of this cardigan is the Natural Blend Retro Cardigan. The colorway is Mother Tree Ortan, and I don't know if you can tell in the video that it's not black, it's actually like a really deep navy. The original price is pretty high, which is like one of the only bad things I can say about the piece. It retails for $349.99, so it's pretty crazy for a top. But like I said, it's 23% wool and 77% poly, pretty comparable to the classic Retro X that's like 100% poly that, you know, every Patagonia head has. This isn't like a performance piece, this is more of a fashion piece, which is kind of crazy for the price that it is. It's not actually, it doesn't perform as well as the Retro X. The reason why I bought it was because I knew that the sale was about to come up. So like 4 months prior, I was just like browsing the Patagonia website and seeing what I wanted to buy, kind of planning the items that I wanted to watch out for, because I was planning that as soon as they went on sale, I was gonna hit the button, because things pretty much fly off the shelves as soon as the sale starts. And Reddit was saying that it starts at like midnight or like 1 a.m. So for about 2 months, I was like checking like a maniac, like every single day, all day. And just my luck, the sale actually dropped like a month late. So I was checking every single day with nothing. And then finally it happened. And the second that it happened, I ran to my phone and I hit the button. I hit the order button on these 3 items. But I made a really big mistake. I was so excited about it, I just hit Apple Pay, and for some reason, my Apple Pay used my address from damn near a decade ago, like the town I used to live in, like my hometown, which is like almost 3 hours away. And I didn't know I did this until the day of delivery. When it was delivery day, I looked at the process of it, because it said it was out for delivery, and that's when I saw the address. And when I saw it, like my stomach dropped, and I almost like fainted. It was horrible. I was at work. And I started freaking out. It was terrible. I was freaking out, and I thought I was about to be out. The whole package was $297. So luckily my uncle still lives like a block away. So I immediately got a hold of him to see if he can go pick up the package, while simultaneously getting in touch with Patagonia's customer service. I explained to them the situation, and they were very nice and immediately started to send me like a replacement package to the right address. And they actually processed the order. I got the receipt and everything. They were gonna send me a duplicate, but the only thing was that this colorway was out, so they were gonna send me like a tan one. However, while I was still in conversation with them, my uncle confirmed that he got his hands on the package. Unfortunately, I had to cancel the replacement pack. I had to practice integrity and do the right thing. I could have had it, and it haunts me to this day. But I did the right thing, and I have a clean conscience. I canceled that order, and I ended up having to wait like a month because I didn't want to make the drive or make anyone do the drive. So when my mother-in-law finally came, I can't remember what holiday it was, she brought the package. But it took a whole month for me to finally get my hands on this thing. So like I said, when I finally got it, my expectations were through the roof. So let's talk about it. I was looking at the website, and when I saw this design, it lit my soul on fire. This colorway, whoever designed it, my hat's off to you. It is not for everyone. Not just the price, but like the design. But me personally, surprisingly, my parents loved it. I love this. Whatever they drew up, I can assure you they probably did it on paper first, from watching those Patagonia ads. That one girl that designs everything on like Procreate and then transfers it over. But this design, Mother Tan Ortree, is phenomenal. However, when I saw it, I did think that it was like black and tan, which was going to be really easy to style. But it ended up being a deep navy. which is like one of the very few cons that I have with the jacket, is that it's kind of hard to style in person because you have to work with the tan and the navy. The purpose of this fleece, I would say, is it's a fashion piece, and it's definitely an eye catcher, and it definitely does the job. I think the few times I've worn it outside, because I usually typically wear it in my house, the few times I've worn it outside, I definitely get compliments every single time. This is a size medium. I am 180 pounds at the moment, probably 185. It's been a good time lately. I'm 5'10", and this medium fits like a glove. Sometimes I'm a large in Patagonia, but I think I'm beginning to see that the mediums in Patagonia fit me pretty perfect. So this guy fits really well. The sleeves are, I mean, perfection. Even when I stretch, it's fantastic. The collar is fantastic. When I first got it, that's like the first thing I noticed, that the collar was just how I like it. I don't like a floppy collar. I like a stand-up collar. I don't ever even have to consider folding this down like that, like the way my wife always does to all my collars. I like it standing up like this. Okay, we're gonna cut. Let's try that again. My microphone fell off. Yeah, the collar stands up just how I like it. When I first opened it, like I mentioned, that was like that's like the first thing I noticed, is that it wasn't black and that it was actually blue. It's not a real problem, but color accuracy seems to be a big issue on this specific piece. I think everybody in the comment section in the reviews also said that, because basically I was warned about it, but I didn't think it was going to be this blue. It's not really a problem, it's just a matter of accuracy. I actually really like the blue. So like I mentioned, this is not a performance piece. This is very much so a statement piece for your outfits. And if you're looking at it through that lens, I think it definitely does its job. But performance-wise, I don't think you're going to find what you're looking for if you're looking to go hiking or do anything that you would with a Retro X. But this guy gets hot very fast. There's not much breathability there. I don't think it's meant to like regulate your heat. It's definitely not part of the regulator family like all my R1s. This gets hot really fast, so it cooks you pretty fast because of the wool and poly blend. To wear to like an event or to wear around like when you're shopping or just casually, it's really good and easy to manage. But if you were stuck on a hike or stuck camping or anything like that, you're gonna be in trouble. There's two things about the jacket that I'm not very happy with. One is the pockets. They're too much to the side. If they were just like an inch more towards the center, it would be a more natural movement when you put your hands in there, but unfortunately you have to go all the way back and then in, and then there's no real pocket for your hands in there. You're more so putting your hands in between the liner and the wool, so it kind of feels like you're just rubbing your belly the whole time that your hands are in the pockets. It's not a big deal, it's just not like very comfortable. It's not like comforting the way that it just doesn't feel like a real pocket. Pockets aren't very good or functional, but I mean, they'll definitely warm your hands because your hands end up being behind that heavy pile of fleece. And the second thing is that the back has a hemline like right on your upper back. And I don't know if I was primed to notice this because I saw it in a review prior to me getting it, because it was just one person in the review that was complaining about it. But they were saying that it's such a heavy hem that when you kind of like put your arms down, you can feel the pressure of that stitching line, and it's not exactly uncomfortable, but every time I feel it, I'm just like, oh, I'm unsatisfied with the way that guy was in the review. So I don't know if I'm easily influenced or not, because it's not exactly uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt or anything, but I do notice it every time. But it's not really a big deal. The quality is very high, and it is very stiff at first, but it doesn't make you feel like a cardboard person. It definitely stretches pretty well. But as far as breathability, that's probably its biggest flaw. It doesn't breathe very well. It's been 6 months and I've used it mostly around the house because I'm too scared to ruin it. It has so much surface area for like odors and the world to get into. At this point, it's just become like a really comfortable piece I wear in the house. Who is this piece for? Like I said, it's not for somebody who's hiking. It's more somebody who cares about their outfits and wants a statement piece. You're not really getting your value for what you pay for. It's almost $400 full price. I paid $208.99. It's a significant discount, but it's still a lot for what it is. So my three cons are the price. I understand that you're getting wool, but it's not 100% wool. I don't think it's worth almost $400. Even at the discount price, I think it's pretty steep, but you're not getting any performance aspect out of it. So the price is very high. The stitching on the back and the pockets are just a tad unorthodox, but they're not deal breakers. None of the cons are deal breakers. I would still highly recommend this. If you have the money and you like it, 100% get it. I think I've seen some of the other colorways that this jacket has, and I mean, they put their whole back into some of these designs. I think every year there's one standout design, and for me, this was it last year. If I were to rate this out of 10, I would give it a 9 out of 10. To make it a 10, I would want the pockets to be a little better, and for it to have the breathability that the Retro X has. That would make the perfect jacket, because the Retro X is nice, but I don't like the nylon that it has on the collar. I like this collar. I like the way this looks. I just wish it performed the way that a classic Retro X. But yeah, we're gonna be moving on to the other two pieces. I have a really big head. I think that when I wore the fitted hats, like the new era fitted hats, I think I was like a 7.5, something like that. I don't remember if that number's right, but my head is very, very big, especially when I have my hair. I just shaved recently, so that helps. But when I get a hat, I can't just get any hat. And when I do get a hat, it's usually adjusted to like the last button. Nothing that I can do about it. But this guy, I read that the reviews were very good for fat-headed people like myself. So I mean, on top of that, it's a beautiful hat. It's a 5-panel hat. I'm not used to 5-panel hats. I'm used to like trucker hats, Carhartt hats. I'm from the Midwest, so I wear a lot of like, you know, worker-friendly hats. This is my go-to corduroy hat. I don't remember the model of this one, but this is like my all-time favorite hat of all time. It's pretty big because it's a trucker hat, and it fits me very well. However, it's not a 5-panel, and it's corduroy, so it's not really like, you know, a performance. It's not really a hike-friendly hat, even though I do take it on. Dude, get this hat. If you can find this hat, this is phenomenal, because I do wear this outside a lot, and it looks brand new, and it's almost 4 years old. This is a fantastic hat. But we're talking about the P-1 Maclure hat. This retails at $49, $50. I mean, this is a really popular hat that they have on their website. They sell it every year. I don't remember the name of this colorway. It's Cub L, whatever that means. Let's call it blue. This is a perfect 10. I might give it an 11. It's made out of duck cloth, 100% cotton. Strap is fantastic build. Even the little clasp is 10 out of 10 build. It makes you feel like you're holding something that has the quality of how things used to be built. This is a very, very well-built hat. Even the stitching, look at the inner stitching. I don't know if you can see that. Classic Patagonia P-1 logo. It fits fantastically. This is a very granola hiking, you know, performance hat. This is it's a phenomenal hat. 10 out of 10. I love this thing. I think I'm definitely gonna get another one this season. This was a great purchase. I think, so like I said, it retails at $49. I paid $33.99 for it. It's definitely worth it. I've taken this everywhere on mostly all of my walks with my wife. I took it to Chicago a couple of weeks ago, through Chinatown, to the museum, through all of downtown shopping. It doesn't cook me, even though it is 100% cotton and very rugged cotton. It doesn't cook me because it's got the ventilation holes on the side. When it gets really windy, like when we were on the double-decker bus on the Chicago River, the wind was going crazy. And there was a couple times where it started to lift the hat, and I pictured myself losing it to the river, and it scared the shit out of me. So all you do is that's it. You don't have to take it off and re-snap the buttons, you just pull it. And then when you're done, you just kind of loosen it. Fantastic hat. If you got a fat head and you love Patagonia, get the P-1 Maclure. And in the last piece, we're gonna be talking about another 10. Rate it before I even talk about it. I'm gonna wear the hat for the rest of the video. This is a 5-liter hip pack. It's called the Fieldsmith Hip Pack 5-liter. This thing was made for me. Boomers love fanny packs, don't they? Fanny packs skip generations. I'm starting to see. Boomers love fanny packs, and then Gen X thinks that they're lame, and then millennials think that they're good, and then Gen Z thinks that they're lame. So it's like on and off and on and off. But I'm in the sandwich where like my wife's family thinks that they're really lame, is the nice word I'll say for that. And then all my coworkers who are Gen Z, they think that this is lame. But I'm a big fanny pack guy. I don't like things in my pocket. they ruin the fit, they ruin the comfort. Especially when I'm on vacation walking through the city. I don't want things just in my pocket that could fall out. I want things safe and secure. This is the standard most like sold fanny pack that Patagonia offers. This is 100% nylon, and this is called the Taravia Mini Hip Pack. The size is 1 liter. This is the one that my wife got me for Christmas this year. What a beautiful colorway. I think it's called River Pebblestone or something like that. This color is phenomenal. So for like casual walks, I go with this one. You know, wallet, phone, keys, knife. This will do the trick. This guy got its time to shine when we went to Chicago a couple weeks ago. This guy isn't made out of nylon. It's actually made out of duck cotton, 100% cotton. That duck construction makes it so tough. This colorway is called Dried Vanilla, and this guy fit everything I had so perfectly the whole trip. It was so perfect. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. Listen to this. It fit my phone, my wallet, secure against my stomach, my digicam accessories like extra batteries and the dongle. Everything I was like the little knickknacks I bought in Chinatown. In the front, I fit like Polaroids, like whole Polaroids. So this thing is a dream for somebody who's like walking around on vacation. And then the clasp is like money, dude. My big alternative, the fanny pack that I would wear on big hikes before this one was an Adidas one. And I took that to Turkey Run here in Indiana. And I remember that I jumped over a big root. There were like stairs made out of roots. And I jumped. And when I landed, I remember the clasp just broke with the weight. I retired that one that day. And from that day, I wanted a big Patagonia one. And so I finally got one. This guy retails at $65. For its size, it's pretty big. But after the discount, I paid $34.99. And this thing is worth the $65. I would have paid $65. This thing is fantastic. And then on top of that, it's got these things on the side. Hopefully it's got these mesh extra things. And this right here where I'm putting my fingers, where I put my knife. It's perfect. Whenever it's time to open anything or scare off a potential threat. That never happened, but it's always right here, ready to go. This thing's a 10. So if you like hip bags, I would recommend the system of having your daily and then your vacation one. But yeah, W haul, successful haul, totaled to $297.99, but I saved so much money. Yeah, this review is about 4 months later of very heavy use on these two. And some use on this guy. 9 out of 10, 12 out of 10, 12 out of 10. I can't wait to see what I buy on this next clearance season. If you're into Patagonia, that sale once a year is pretty phenomenal. It's like up to 60% off. If you got your eye on something, definitely do not pay full price. Add it to the list and wait for I think it's early spring, for their once a year sale. Definitely wait for that and save your money. That's that. Thank you for watching. As you can see, I have a whole jungle behind me. I'll be making videos on that soon. If you're wondering, well, we'll talk about that later. Thank you.